Pat Givens. Oh, I could tell lots of stories. We lived together for about 3 years. We traveled to Nantucket and Maine and Munich. Always she was generous and warm, fun. In 1980, when I first got to know her, she wasn't in such a good place. Worried about her kids, needing to reinvent herself. At the time, I didn't realize what a great role model she would be. You would be, Pat, in my life, and how important you would be for me ever since I got to know you. I'm going to tell 2 stories, and I'm going to tell them to your daughters or to your friends or whoever is listening to this, not so much to you, because I think they're really fun and they say something about who you are. That very first fall, I don't know if you're going to remember this, but that very first fall that I moved into Wamisit Road, you invited me to get to know some women and go to this women's party. I was busy working at home, and I said, well, will it be all night? And you said, no, we'll just stay an hour. Okay. Do we have to buy makeup? I asked. You don't have to. I will buy some makeup because I got to be nice, but I won't buy a big thing. Do we put on makeup? I asked. Well, maybe. You said they usually pick one person and they start putting makeup on her to demonstrate. No. And do they all drive pink Cadillacs? And you said, no, just one of them drives a pink Cadillac. Okay, so we walked down Wamisit Road with a bottle of wine and had a few snacks and talked to these women and drank a little wine. And then the person they picked for the makeover was Pat Givens. And somehow, in the middle of this foundational cream and blush and mascara and eyeliner and whatever, Pat got a little grossed out. They had done exactly half of her face because they were going to do a little contrasting color. Half of her face was done, and she decided this was not who she wanted to reinvent herself to be. And so she said, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go. And so we picked up and we walked back down Wamisit Road with her face half done. It was I thought it was kind of a gutsy thing to do. But that was our first get together at a Mary Kay party. Then there was one other Wamisit Road night that's very clear in my memory. And that was the night of the skunk. I think it was like a Monday night. It was during the week night, and it was late afternoon, just getting to evening. I was upstairs working, and David was futzing in the kitchen, and Pat was doing something in the kitchen, and this smell came through. It was disgusting. So I started putting down windows, and then I heard that they were doing the same thing downstairs. So we quickly all reconnoitered and said, shut all the windows, it must be a skunk. So here comes this smell, but who knew that it could come right through the windows and permeate everything? And it was so bad. Who knew that skunks could make you gag? I didn't know it would be that bad. Suddenly, out of all these slamming of windows, Pat hollers, we've got to go to Janet's. And so we tore out of 41 Wamisit Road and ran to Janet and John's, rang the doorbell. John looked very surprised. They let us in. They gave us wine. We stuck around. We tried to breathe again. It was so crazy. We gasped. We laughed. And then we decided, okay, we could brave it. We've got to see what's going on there. We went back down Wamisit Road. And we were about halfway back to the house when suddenly Pat said, where did I leave Emily? And she went tearing back as fast as she could once again, running back this time home to save her poor dog, who indeed had been the one who was sprayed by the skunk and had probably caused all of this disaster in the first place. That was one of many very fun nights with Pat and Annie. We had a lot of fun. But Pat, you've been a friend, a mentor, an inspiration, a role model, and a terrific Wamisit Road runner. Happy birthday to you. Love you.